Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. I'm sorry I have to speak in English because my Korean is not so good, but we will have good translation. So I will speak a bit in English, we do a bit in Korean and translate. I was told that all you are working or studying in food and hotel management and in wine. So it will be a very interesting evening also for me to discuss with you the wines from Castel de Remey. So tonight we will try 2 white wines and 4 red wines. Every time when we try new wine I will explain a little bit. But now I just want to give you just a brief introduction, very short, on the winery. I promised you to keep it short because in case you all want to start also with dinner. So I'll keep it very short. Castel de Remey, the name, you can see here, Castel de Remey. Castel means also in the Spanish language a castle. And you can see we have a real castle and chateau on our winery. But that is not very common in Spain. In Spain, normally you don't have too many castles on the winery. That's more for France. So that makes our winery kind of special to have this castle there. What is important, I think, to know is the location. You can see here a map from whole Spain. And this is the area of Catalonia where we are. The city of Barcelona. And Castel de Remey is just 1 hour away from Barcelona. If you look at other important wine areas that you might know, the Rioja will be about here, Ribeira do Douro over there, and then the Bordeaux will be just here. So it's very close to the French Bordeaux area as well. And this proximity to France, that's also what you will find back in our wines. We have a lot of influence from France grape varieties in our wines. Here you can see a picture of our winery with the castle, but we also have a church and even a restaurant. You can see a little bit here. So that means that it's not only about having the wine there, it's also an experience. A lot of people come to the church for Sunday Mass, or they come for a wedding and they will have a dinner or lunch in the restaurant. So it's a bit more an experience of wine. Here another picture of the castle. The castle right now, there's nobody living in the castle, but we use the castle as office or some wine storage space, but nobody is living there at the moment. Here you can see some interiors of the winery where we keep the barrels and the wine. You can see the building is also very old and some very first advertising that we made about 100 years ago. And in the beginning I should have told you the winery has got a very long history. It goes all the way back to 1780, so more than 230 years old. This is our barrel room, so our most biggest barrel room, where we keep the barrels for aging the wine. You can see also it's very old with a very round ceiling. And the oak that we use for the aging is both American oak and French oak. This is the landscape, the vines. And as you can see, it's quite a flat landscape. There's no mountains very close. That means that the weather has got a lot of influence, and we have a big difference between summer and winter temperatures. In summer it can get very hot, close to 35, 38 degrees. But in winter we can even get some snow and get to 0 degrees. And as you know, if the difference of temperature night and day is a bit bigger, that's good for the quality of the grapes. And also between summer and winter, that's also in the end you get a better grape to make better wine. We have about 400 acres, but as you see we have the castle, we have the church, so we don't use all for the vines. It's only about 140 acres, a bit smaller. The average age of our vines is about 25 years, but some of them go up to 65, 70 years old. But what makes our wines and our winery a bit special in Spain is that we make a blend always of Spanish grape varieties and French grape varieties. Normally in Spain they work more with the Spanish varieties like Tempranillo, Garnacha. We have them too, Tempranillo, Garnacha. But we always blend with Cabernet Sauvignon, with Merlot or with Syrah. And if you look at the white wines, we use the Macabeo, which is a local grape variety from the Barcelona area. And we blend with Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc. If you think, for instance, about La Rioja or the Ribeira do Douro, there we will use mainly Tempranillo. And we will always use a blend of different grape varieties. Never one variety only. Well, this is a bit more the same. You see the blend of French grapes and Spanish grapes. That's what makes us a bit more special in the way we do. And we also do the oak aging per grape variety. Later when we come to the wines, I will also explain. But it means that we always oak separate the varieties. And in the end, we make the blend when the wine goes into the bottle. This is very important, I think. This is also good to know for tonight, because we were the very first winery in Spain to start working with Cabernet Sauvignon. So we took it from France and we planted it in our vines in an area near to Barcelona. And we started making wines also with Cabernet Sauvignon, which was very new at that time. Nobody else had done it before. We did it in the early of the last century, so 1900s, 1910. And that was also the moment when in France you had the disease, the phylloxera for the grapes. So a lot of the Cabernet Sauvignon was destroyed in France. But we were planting it and we were using it, and it got us quite famous in Europe. You can see here one of the older bottles that we made from 1921, only with Cabernet Sauvignon in there, so 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. And for these wines we won in 1929 on the exhibitions in Barcelona. We already won gold medals with our wines. Yeah, and this is a nice story because I know you work a lot with wines, you know a lot about wines, you probably forget a lot of things after a while, but tonight I think one thing you have to remember, that is our story about Albert Einstein. Mr. Albert Einstein, he came to Barcelona in 1923, and at that time he was a very famous person because he talked about the new theories, about gravity, mathematics. So he came to Barcelona to talk about his theories, and at night he was offered a dinner by the Spanish government. And we were the winery to take care with the menu, a bit like tonight, with all our wines, just for the dinner with Albert Einstein. So sometimes we make a joke that when he was drinking our wine, maybe he got more intelligent from our wine. Well, that's about it what I want to tell. You've seen we've got a long history, but nowadays Castel de Remey is a modern wine company with a long history. And we are present in most of the more exclusive restaurants all around the world, Michelin stars, hotels. You can see here some of the chefs, the sommeliers that are working with our wines. So we're really everywhere present in the good restaurants. And I think for you, if you work in gastronomy and in hotel school, I think it's important to know that Spanish cuisine is getting more and more popular all around the world. You see more attention. This is Mr. Ferran Adrià. He used to be one of the best or the best chef in the world for many, many times. And if you look at the top 10, they say now, of the best 10 restaurants in the world, of course it's a bit subjective, but every year they publish the top 10 best ones. And now there are 3 restaurants from Spain in the top 10. So more than from France, more from Japan, more from any other country in the world. So we have 2 white wines. The first one you already started, some of you, with when we came in, which is the Gauthiem Blanc. And then later with the dish, we will try the Oda Blanc, which is the second white wine. So the first one that you tried was the Gauthiem Blanc, 2013. It's a very young white wine, as you probably have tried. There's no oak aging. Very young, very easy to drink. But as you see, if you remember when I said we always blend Spanish grapes with French grapes. So what you see here is we use Macabeo and we blend it with Sauvignon Blanc. So what you get is a wine which is Sauvignon Blanc with all the fruits from Sauvignon Blanc, a bit of green apple, a bit of lemon, a bit of peach maybe. And you blend that with the Macabeo. And the Macabeo makes it a bit more dry, a bit more fresher, a bit more crispy. I don't know if you ever tried before Macabeo, but Macabeo is also the grape we use a lot for our sparkling wines, for our cavas in Barcelona. And it makes this wine a very light wine, easy to drink, good for an aperitif, or like we came in, just to try a bit of wine before you start. Or maybe with a light meal, like salads or some vegetables. It goes well with that too. Or on a very hot summer day, when it's very hot outside, it's very refreshing to drink this wine. Well, this is a bit what we do with our Gauthiem Blanc. We have it in one of the better tapas restaurants in Barcelona. It's called Tickets, and it's also made by Mr. Ferran Adrià, the famous chef. Here's some medals that we won internationally. It's some quite a successful wine for us also on international level. And then the second white wine you will try with the first dish is called Oda Blanc. Oda means in Latin poem, so it's a kind of a softer, more elegant wine. But this is a very different one because it is not made with Sauvignon Blanc, it is made with Chardonnay. And it is a wine that has been oaked for about 7 months on American and French oak. And you can see also a bit half-half Macabeo, but this time with Chardonnay. So if you try this wine, you will just get it now, you will find some more elements of Chardonnay, which is pineapple, mango, some tropical fruits, which is very typical. And then the wood from the French oak will give it a bit more vanilla and buttery flavor. But also here the Macabeo makes it a bit more fresher. Sometimes you probably have tried in Chardonnay from the United States or from Australia, and they can be a bit oaky. But this one with the Macabeo makes it a bit more lighter, not so heavily oaked. And that makes this a very nice wine to try with some fish, some shellfish dishes, maybe lobster, or even yesterday we tried it with some foie gras, and it comes out very, very well. Also see here some medals that we won. We normally participate in all the international wine challenges in the Bordeaux, in Vienna, in London, and we always get some medals with our wines. Actually today you have a special bottle because we brought out the Magnum bottle for Gothen Brew. And as you know, the Magnum, the quality is always a bit better than in a smaller bottle. So I told you before that we blend Spanish grapes with French grapes. Well, this is our best example of that. We have Tempranillo and Garnacha for more than half of the grape varieties, but also Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and a little bit of Syrah. The oak aging is not too long, only 10 months, so below a year. And we use here both American and French oak. Normally we tend to use the American oak for the Spanish grape varieties and the French oak for the French variety. But the name Gothen Brew means a big collection of dark grapes. And as you can see, we have 5 different grapes, and it's not so easy to make a wine and good balance with 5 different grape varieties. So if you look at the wine, you see the color is a bit lighter. It's not so dark red, and that makes it a wine which is kind of medium body. It's not too strong. So the reason why it is a bestseller for our winery is that the wine is kind of suitable for all kind of food. You can have it even with some fish because it's not too strong. But it's strong enough to go with some meat dishes or with some snails like we have today. And most dinners, as you know, they're not like today. You don't try 5 wines in one dinner. A lot of people go out for dinner and they just want to order 1 bottle of wine for the whole dinner, for the whole table. So if people just want to stick with 1 bottle, not more, then this is a very good choice. And if you smell the wine on the nose, it is very spicy. You get some spicy notes there. They mainly come from the Garnacha. And it's good to try it with snails and some garlic. That's also a local dish that we have in Barcelona. So it's a very good combination. Yes, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the first red wine. I think it was a very good match with the garlic, with the snails that we had. The next one is going to be the Sycoris wine, which is very similar to Gothen Brew. So Sycoris is also made, as you can see, out of the same 5 grapes, but the percentage is a bit different. It's also mainly Garnacha, but the percentage of Cabernet Sauvignon is a bit higher. We also use a little bit more of the French oak in this one and a bit less of American oak. So what you get is the character is maybe a bit more, I wouldn't say French, but the Cabernet Sauvignon comes out a bit stronger. And therefore it's a bit different than the Gothen Brew, but same price level, same kind of wine that you can drink with all kinds of food. And this wine, also to give you an idea, this wine has been 6 months on the Lufthansa, on the airplanes. It was the wine for them to serve in economy class and business class. And it's interesting to know, because I didn't know before they told me, that if you go flying, your taste palates, they lose strength. So if you want to drink a wine on 10,000 meter high, you need to have a wine that is a bit more powerful, otherwise you will not taste so much. But as you can imagine, Lufthansa also wants a good price. So we are very happy that we could bring this wine because it's a good price, but also a very good, strong wine to drink. And now we come to another wine which is called Oda. And like I said before, Oda means poem in Latin. And this is also our most soft and elegant wine that we have. In fact, if you remember what we tried before with Tempranillo, Garnacha, here we have a totally different wine, because the wine here is made 55% out of Merlot. So it's much more a French Bordeaux style of wine, also with some Cabernet Sauvignon, Tempranillo and a little bit of Garnacha. The oak aging here is a bit longer, 12 months. And after that we also keep it at least for 6 months in a bottle. Because of the Merlot, like I said, the wine is much more a French Bordeaux style of wine. But of course, the Merlot, everything is grown in Spain. So it's got this bit of Spanish character. But Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon, which makes it a very interesting wine. Also, if you look in the glass before you drink, you can see it's a bit more thicker, a bit more silkier. If you move it around in the glass, you will find the tears, as we call it, the tears that are on the glass when you move it around. That is because the viscosity is a bit thicker and also there's a bit more alcohol. Maybe you will not notice it, but our wines are normally around 14% of alcohol. But that makes this wine a bit soft, a bit more elegant, a bit more berry fruits in there. And my experience also in Asia, when I let people try this wine, especially women like this wine very much. Normally men, they tend to go a bit more for powerful wines, a bit more Cabernet or Shiraz. And I think sometimes the women like it a bit more softer, elegant, so this is a good wine for that. And don't forget, because a lot of people know French wines, they are very famous, but they probably never have tried a Spanish wine. And this is a good way for them to enter in the Spanish world of wines, because it's Merlot, but made in the Spanish soil, in the Spanish way. Yeah, unfortunately we already arrived at the last wine of the night, but of course we always save up the best for the last. So tonight we're gonna try the 1780, and like I said before, that is a bit an homage to when we start making wine, so 230 years ago. That's where the name 1780 comes from. And as you saw before in the history, we were the first one to use Cabernet Sauvignon. So this wine is also a bit based on that principle, that we use a lot of Cabernet Sauvignon. The vintage that you're trying tonight is not the same, because here we have 2008, but tonight we brought out a special vintage of 2005, so a lot older. And we brought it out in a magnum bottle, so also in a very big bottle, so the quality comes out a little bit better. But I didn't try it yet, I just smelled it, and the smell is very, very beautiful. So I think it's going to be very nice to join with the dinner. You can see here, the Cabernet Sauvignon is about 50% of the wine. It's a very typical Cabernet Sauvignon based wine. There are some other grape varieties like Tempranillo, Garnacha, Merlot, Syrah. Again 5, but it's definitely more a Cabernet character wine. And we've aged it for 18 months and then another 2 years on the bottle before it comes out on the market. So definitely what you find here is a wine which is a bit more heavier. I cannot show you the tasting notes, but it's a different vintage. But what you definitely will find also again here is a bit like black pepper in the nose, a bit chocolate. That's very typical from the Cabernet Sauvignon. You will find it back in the wine. And it's got a beautiful finish with some dried fruits, maybe some almonds and walnuts. And it makes this a wine, of course, to enjoy with a very special meal, with a good dish like meat, or beef or lamb. But it's also wine, if you enjoy wine, is to enjoy it with a group of friends and just drink it by the glass. And maybe a bit of cheese, you can also enjoy it. You don't need to really do it with food. I told you before about the Spanish restaurants, that they are getting more and more popular, Spanish food. We also have this wine in a restaurant called the Cella Can Roca, which is close to Barcelona, about 1 hour. And that's the number 2 restaurant at the moment of the world. Last year it was number 1, it dropped 1 place, but okay, it's still very, very high. And we have the wine also there on the wine list. You can see here some more pictures of the restaurant. And yeah, it's quite a luxury restaurant. And this is the wine cellar. And the restaurant now got so popular that if you want to make a booking, it takes you at least 6-7 months before you have to make a booking. Okay, there's nothing more I think I want to say right now.
오늘 이제 많이 이렇게 금요일 밤에 참석해 주신 분들 너무너무 감사드리고요. 오늘 준비한 이제 오늘 디너 시간은 여기까지고요. 가시는 길도 조심히 무사히 돌아가시길 바라겠습니다. 다시 한번 이제 소개해 주신 미스터 루드 씨에게 박수 한번 부탁드리겠습니다. 감사합니다.